Alrighty, ladies and gents, it's that time of day again. Welcome. How are we all doing? I hope we're all doing well. Gold, obviously, once again, approaching its all-time high. Just keeps on keeping on. Guys, without further ado though, let's get this show on the road. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, and very good evening, no matter where we are around the world. Welcome to another edition of the London session. Once again, looking forward to seeing what we come up with moving forward here today. Do once again have gold stuck, well, not stuck, gold continuing very bullish up near an all-time high, well, up at its all-time high yet again. So we will be looking for gold buys potentially on the next 1 hour candle. So I'm going to wait for this hourly candle to close and then potentially look for a buy stop above the all-time high, or upon continuation above the previous 1 hour. Pretty much going to be at the high either way. At this rate, we are looking for some potential continuation buys here on the gold. I'm going to wait though 9 minutes. It just pumps just now. There could be another option either way. We could look for a limit order, but at the minute I'm just going to wait the 9 minutes. Anyway guys, in the meantime, you guys know the drill. TikTok, if you could smash that little screen for me. Let's get the numbers onto the stream. YouTube, smash that like button, and let's quickly take a look at the news. What have we got moving forward here today? It's a big day ahead. Today we do have some very high impact news for the euro, with PMI for both the French and German sectors. So going to be a big one for the euro. We also have for the pound as well to come later on in a few hours time from now, followed by into MY session. We do also have PMI, plus obviously the Fed chair Jerome Powell is speaking as well later into MY session here today. So big day ahead with the news. A lot to look forward to, guys. It is a Japanese bank holiday today, so not sure what GJ's up to. I'll have a look at it shortly. Guys, any charts, any questions, anything you'd like me to have a look at, as always, feel free to send those into the chat and I will make sure to get to you guys shortly. But without further ado, let's get cracking. Let's have a look at the gold. So it's pretty simple, the analysis, guys. We are extremely bullish. This rate, I'm not interested in selling it unless I do have a really strong catalyst, which we're far off at the minute. Strong bullish in the weekly, strong bullish in the daily, high, low. We're going to mark in the daily low and the daily high. And at this rate, it's likely going to be the levels we're playing within, either upon continuation above the high, or if we in fact do begin to break our own low again. We'll see what sort of minor support we've got that level, which may suggest we may make a deeper pullback. So strong bullish, 4 hour bullish as well. The current candle is about to closing by the looks of things a liquidity candle, so it's broken a low and looks to have just broken the high of the previous candle. The back of that, well, it's around the high. If we were to close up near our high, I do believe it's a high probability we would continue and create another all-time high. So we're strong bullish as well. Across the board, we're going to be bullish here without needing to really look into it any further, but we will nonetheless. We're just going to adjust this zone a little bit. We'll actually adjust it to that point there. All right, so obviously bullish on the 15-minute time frame, and where we want to be below is the daily candles low. At that point there, we're going to flip the structure bearish on 15-minute time frame. Not only that, obviously we'll retest the Asian session lows. So for the sell option, guys, I want to be below the Asian session range. I want it to pull back to retest that zone, excuse me, and begin to pull away from it. So that at this rate would be the only time I would consider that a strong enough catalyst to look for any counter trend sell. Otherwise, guys, options are, and the preferences are, can undo that. The preference is to look for buy options. Now, we do pull back towards that 27.45, the 4 hour support, the most recent support on the 4 hour and the minor time frame. And I would look for a buy upon that pullback. Like it to be a nice clean move back to that zone. Even if not, I still may trust it off the back of the fact we are on a very strong uptrend, guys. As long as we respect support and we once again form support, then I may just off the back of that take the chance on it with stop loss potentially below the actual zone and having just a wide target on a really small position. Aside from that, guys, what we're going to be looking at is, as I mentioned before, continuation buys. Price begins to pop above the high. we're going to look for our potential options to take the buy above the current all-time high and daily high. So we're going to mark that in. And very simple, that is what I am looking at on the gold. So we'll focus a little bit more on the 1 hour time frame here. Might have a really strong catalyst on the 1 hour. We want it still to close up, preferably in this gray zone, guys, within the actual zone itself. If that is to be the case, that would suggest it's a very strong closure. That would suggest we do have the momentum. And we've also would have triggered in some sellers on the 15th. So let's see. Let's just see how it closes in just under 5 minutes time. Meantime, what we can do is we can have a look at a GJ. It's been consolidating. This is just a chart markup I sent into the members group. So we'll use this chart. Basically, we're looking for trades either side of the range. So at the minute, it's very choppy, really choppy price action. Still quite bearish, the bias. So I would preference the sells. All I can see is if price was to pop back up, sweep the Asian session high, pull back to retest it, start to pop below it, potentially a sell off the back of that. Buys, I would preference above this 199,880 is much cleaner above that point there. And you would have confirmed, we actually have flipped the structure technically. It's just much cleaner above that 199,880. Otherwise, I'd be looking for the sells below 199,391 as well on GJ. So looking a mess, an absolute mess, but obviously with the bank holiday, like in Japan, I could explain things. All right, so bear with me, guys. I still do have a bit of a cough, but nonetheless, I am here doing my best. So in the meantime, Franco, good morning to you. Tony Gold, Sebastian, and Barman. Hope you guys are well. TikTok to the 30 odd of you on stream, welcome. Thank you to the one new follower. Let me just go through the chat, see if I've missed anything. Marius, good morning to you, mate. Arafin, good day, mate. I hope you're well. All good, buddy. We got Marius, Arafin, User, Mercy, Alex, Naji, Uzi, Saw, Butter, Jack Miller. Some familiar names. Instructor Daniel, Queen, User, Mr. Tongpeng, Spoonfire. Well, welcome to all of you anyway. System is key. All good, mate. Still a little bit. Still got the cough a little bit, but getting better by the day, which is the main thing. Arafin, it's okay being in my gas course. Got my first job recently as well. Nice one. Mercy, thank you and wishing you well, and to you too. So focused here on gold, guys. Let's just see how we close here on, well, the 15 and 30 in the hourly. We're going to go through the time frames here. So we really want it to close strong because therefore the hourly and the M30 will close above the resistance itself on that particular time frame, not on the 15 though. So the 15 suggests that perhaps we're going to make just still a little bit of more of a pullback before we break, but we'll wait and see. My team. Another good sim session yesterday. Free MY. Charts went up to much at that point, so we're just rolling for sim session. Gathering data, gathering steam, so which is good. Best way to level up is to test your strategy, a strategy, something you are interested in and want to maybe build upon. That's what we've been doing at Analyze, Confirm, Trade Forex. Been building upon the particular interruption candle entry, and that we've been testing quite thoroughly on the 4-hour. I've been testing it personally on the 15 a lot with some fantastic results. Up more than 10% in less than 2 weeks on my testing, so very impressive. And that's all done through, obviously, the old Forex Tester Online, #1 back testing software out there by far and away. We'll be releasing a video on Forex Tester shortly, so keep an eye out for that. That will probably be perhaps next week sometime. And there is a special discount code for anyone interested in purchasing the online software, or a subscription, sorry. All right, so strong bearish closure in the M15 here. So the hourly is closed below the resistance. So is the M30. So we're not quite ready, guys, to look for the buy here on gold. We may still pull back further, which is fine. If that's the case, I'll be looking for my buys from lower down. Been a crazy few days over here, guys. Crazy few days. But all sorts of things happening. Had the dog give birth to 5 puppies, and that's yeah, didn't even know she was about to give birth. That was interesting. That was yesterday. At the car, one of the cars, battery died, so that had to be replaced. There's a lot going on. Had leaks in the ceiling with the torrential rain as well. And the handyman about again. Never ends, yeah, never ends. But the weather is beautiful today, so Charles, going to you from Nigeria. Welcome, mate. Swings Key, appreciate your free value and content that you give. Without creators like you, I needed much more time to become profitable. Just wanted to thank you. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate the support from likes of yourself and all the other familiar names in the chat. I do appreciate it. It is, to be honest, guys, when you begin, it's interesting. You enjoy it. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it anymore, but you just sometimes you be bothered dealing with some of the trolls, I suppose, or some days you just don't have it in you to you can't be bothered streaming. You feel like training yourself, or just with my group. But it's all part of it. It's a good way to get myself out there, obviously. Good way to gain some recognition. Bartman, well, I'm not in Melbourne at the moment, but yeah, man, it's been constant. It's frustrating, to be honest. It's really frustrating, and it might piss people off, but if you're so concerned by freeing Palestine, book a plane ticket, fly there, help them. It's not our business. All they do is disrupt people. I saw a thing where one lady, there was this particular road in was blocked off. She needed to go into the hospital to get her cancer treatment, and she couldn't get there. So shit like that pisses me off. Like, just bugger off. If you're so concerned, fly there. That's my opinion. It's my personal opinion. It's not our problem. And I don't believe everything, to be honest. Don't believe everything, because you see things that all the aid gets there, but they refuse to hand it out. They sell it to people. So that's just my personal opinion. I respect what people say. I just wish people would, you know, let's help Australia. That's what it should be. Australia's got their own problems. It's enough homeless people who, you know, struggling to, you know, to make ends meet. So that should be our concern, not freeing Palestine. I don't care less about freeing Palestine. My personal opinion. That's just it. Here, no one cares about it. No one speaks about it. That's what I love about Thailand. They worry about themselves, helping their own people.
Hey, morning, Justin.
Franco, how are you, mate?
Hey, yeah, thank you. Fine, and you?
That's good. Yeah, still getting better, but still not 100%. I can still feel it.
I know
But
why, because you have a lot of things to do. Therefore.
yeah, no sleep. In all honesty, I reckon I may have slept an hour, if that.
Wow. Okay, that's not really a lot.
Nah, we'll catch up with me later in the afternoon, I'm sure. But otherwise, all good. What are we looking at today?
To have a nap later on.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm looking for what you, as always. I sent also a chart to the group. Maybe if you
Okay. Yeah, so this is it from yesterday, so I'll remove that.
take a look on it. It's pretty simple and easy because price didn't much moved, much. So therefore, I'm waiting until we close above or below.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
And I think what I spotted out there is an IC candle or interruption candle there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just there? Yeah, it's a. I suppose you can call that the cluster one. It might be one in the 1 hour time frame, potentially.
I think this was also Tommy was looking for yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's.
I'm looking.
Looks a good plan.
How the price is approaching this area.
Yeah.
So if you're approaching in complete in one candle, maybe I will take some buys in this area. If we stop before, maybe I will not take a buy.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. You maybe even a 5-minute time frame or something. There's some sort of support. Yeah, but it's not a bad area. Yeah. Have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Patience.
On gold, you are looking for buys.
Okay. Yeah, either upon the pullback or above the high. So if we form support here, I'm likely going to have to be above the high.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Look, we'll see, but likely going to be above the high. Six short, sell or buy. I'm looking for a buy, man. I'm not looking for a sell against this strong uptrend. Just one more thing on the from your question, Bartman, which really pissed me off. They burnt the Australian flag on the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and I mean, if you did that in any other country, you're going to get arrested. You're going to get the shit kicked out of you for sure. But in Australia, it's fine. Nothing happened to him. Nothing at all. That is just absolute. That is a mockery. It's taking a piss, and the Prime Minister didn't come out and say a thing about it. So, again, they're so concerned. Give them a freaking plane ticket and fly in there. Sorry, mate.
Who burned it?
Yeah, they burnt the Australian flag on Sydney Harbour Bridge about a month or so ago.
Who did this?
The Palestinian protesters, Free Palestine protesters.
Okay. Yeah, they are very aggressive. So
it's a joke, mate.
For sure, for the people which are there, it's clear. It's very bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
I think the demonstrations go too far.
Yeah, they've pushed it way too far, and they're really pissing people off now. It's to the point where it's now become Free Australia. Honestly, the protests. I've never seen it like that in Australia before. Where people actually now protesting against the government, against many things. Look, I'm all for immigration, to be honest. My parents are immigrants from, back in World War II. But still, if you're gonna immigrate, you have to assimilate. You need to adopt your nation that you choose to be in and respect it. I call myself Australian. I've got German background, Polish background, but I call myself Australian. So I don't understand. They come to the country, they refuse to speak English. They get benefits, which could be going to the people who have no money on the streets, the Australian people. And they come, you know, onto the Sydney Harbour Bridge and burn the freaking flag. The joke. What a joke. If I did that here in Thailand, oof, mate, wow.
Yeah, in Thailand there is sentence of
I would literally be in jail and I would be abused. Put it this way, I'd be that bitch in jail if that was the case.
Yeah, Justin, I think in Thailand there is sentence of death still, correct?
For something like that, probably, to be honest.
No, yeah, but I don't know if for this case, but in general there is for cases there, correct?
Well, yeah, they still have the death penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, for things like drugs and that. What are my family experience during World War II? To be honest, my old man was at the time in Czech Republic. My mum was just newborn. They immigrated a few years after, I think, after the war. So I mean, they were alright, but you know, no war's a good war, obviously.
So your mother was born in Europe?
Both my parents were born over in Europe.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad immigrated when he was a little bit older, I think around 1920, when my mum was very young. All right, back to the charts. Gold. We're waiting, seeing what it's going to do here. All right, we've got a little bit of minor resistance potentially in a 5-minute. The issue is, do we have any sort of margin? About 20 pips. I don't. So we're going to form support here in a 15. Look at that in a 5. No, I'm gonna wait. GU? Alex, yeah, we just had a look at it on Franco's chart, so I'll just show you that. So, looking for the buys above the resistance and potential sells below this blue zone here. Something like so. Smith's key, we're lucky that our parents gave us easier future. It is our job to pay them back and become a competent individual in all realms. Yep. Yeah, I was taught about having respect for people, respect for just what you have, not being greedy, things like that. So even if I was super rich, there is no way I'd have a supercar. I have no interest in them at all. People talk about Lamborghini. I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you what makes they are or anything. I just like a big car. I go and buy myself a nice big pickup truck, and that's it. All I care about when it comes to cars. I hate small sports cars. We've got a Honda Civic here, and it's a nice car. I don't drive it. I hate driving it. It's too low down. I drive the Hilux. I love that. It's such a nice car. Gold snow been in swing for so long I almost forgot about it. Yeah, nice one. Smack those who don't respect you. Yeah. Alex, yep. High impact news for the pound, the euro, the US dollar. All got PMI to come. Gold Sniper X race engineer and supercars for a price shit. So a Rolex. Yeah, I wouldn't even buy a Rolex as well, to be honest. Thing is I will permanently be here at some point, hopefully in the next year or two. Definitely building towards it. The roads aren't good for a supercar anyway. You definitely need a pickup truck, in my personal opinion. Yesterday there was flash flooding, major flash flooding, and I would not have been able to get home from the gym for the stream had I not had a Hilux, to be honest. So cars had to pull over. Just prices are stupid, people paying stupid prices, nothing special about anything. Flight prices inside training info. 4,500 gold before end of the year. Hilux are the best. Yeah, Hilux, I like the Ranger as well. Just the looks of it, Hilux is a better vehicle though. I think Japanese cars are just, can't go wrong. But I do actually prefer the look of the Ranger. Maybe that's the next car. Yeah, gold, I mean, I think 4,000 could be... Just shock people, could be in a couple of weeks' time. Rangers have major issues, all pump failures. Yeah. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Japanese cars, obviously, so... Don't mind the Navara as well, to be honest. Look at that. Thanks for calling 4,500. No, yeah, I heard 4,600. And he was Goldman Sachs. And they predicted silver, I think, to be at $75. But silver will eventually be at 3 figures. I have absolutely no doubt. Your late model 1977 F100 4x4 Paul. Wow. It's a nice big pickup truck. Yeah, I love the big cars. I just much prefer them. Yogesh, good morning. After so many days, happy to see you. Yeah, just drop the E at the end of the name, mate. It's just the gender. I'm not one of those. I don't want to offend someone else, but gotta be, yeah, you offend people so easily these days. Yeah. Well, my old man used to drive those, I don't know if you remember them, those old postie vans. They were absolute tanks. Like the door slides open, passenger in the driver's door. They were a beast of a vehicle. I mean, they were slow as anything, but if you hit someone, they were stopped. It wasn't you who was stopped. Mind you, we had a few episodes with kangaroos driving into the countryside a few times, which caused a few issues, but still, nice strong car. Probably be worth a fortune now if you had one in decent condition. You remember him, Paul? Gold stuff at Audi RS3 here, a couple hundred of in fuel a week. Needs to go on. Yeah, see, what do I pay for a Hilux is about, I fill it up once a fortnight for about $60-70 diesel, and it lasts. John, yes, I can just hear you. How you going, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks, man. I'm John's son. I'm just trying to set it up for him.
No, nice one, nice one. Sorry, I just.
Yeah, I've been watching you. I've been watching you on the live streams as well, man.
Yep.
Good stuff.
No, it's great to have you part of the team. Sorry about my absence in the past week or so. It's just been, but not speak, mate. Honestly, it's tempted to try the Bundy theory, but I don't think you can get it here, to be honest. They've got their own bourbon.
We can't get it in A.C.T.
I don't know. You probably can, to be honest. I've just not noticed and not really looked into it. You can get a lot of imported spirits and beer and that. I have seen some Aussie beers here.
Yep.
Not too sure about the spirits though. How's the trading going?
Yeah, I haven't got a broker yet, man, but I've traded on and off for like 10 years, but I've just been trading crypto.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna just start trading gold though. I really like gold.
Yeah.
I think the setups and the stuff
Gives,
just look a bit easier for me in gold.
yeah, it gives a lot of opportunities, that's for sure. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're trading on a liquid broker like, not Binance probably is one of them. Bybit. It's not easy, I don't feel, because it's just not enough liquidity on, especially the altcoins.
Yeah, right.
Whereas gold, I mean, wasn't on the chart for that. I was off making coffee and doing a few things before the stream, but that would have been a pretty nice entry, to be honest. So gold definitely gives you options. Just gotta be patient, let it do its thing.
I was looking to buy around, yeah, that area. I was just watching that on the 15, that area there, yeah.
Around here, yeah. I mean, it could have possibly gone for the impulsive entry as it broke that high. You did have a bullish candle prior to it. And to be honest, if that type of scenario presents again at this level, I would buy it because we're in a very strong uptrend. So you can trust the more impulsive entry in your situation. But if it was just range bound, we've been consolidating and been sideways like it was a couple weeks back on the higher time frame, then you need to really wait for this type of scenario.
Yeah.
But when you're trending, when you know you're at all-time highs, it's pulling back to level of support, it's respecting structure, which it has done, then the impulsive entry is more valid. But we'll see, we could have an entry shortly.
Yeah, we've been I've been doing the course with him, which has been good, but
Yep.
I probably will start paying myself in a couple of weeks. I got my old job back in the mines, so I just got to get set up there.
Okay.
Then I'll probably start joining you guys.
No, it's fine. Well, if you need help, let me know. Need help setting up anything. Most of it's pretty straightforward though.
Yeah. It's good. I've got a couple of questions about, I had it written down. Catalyst candles?
Yep. That sort of stuff will go over on the private course, the members only course.
Yeah.
I mean, well, if you can't make them, the thing is, Mondays are supposed to be an educational session. I always mention in the VIP chat that, you guys to send in questions. So I'll cover it even if you can't make it, and because it is recorded. So that's another good time. You can just pop those in, and I'll make sure to cover it on that particular session. I mean, even if you want me to, pop it into the chat if you can't be on the call later today, AMY. Pop it in the chat, and I'll cover it. And yeah, it's just a better way. No worries, mate. Hey, No. We're on stream.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Jesus.
no, you're not interrupting that. Don't worry, you're welcome. But I mean, it's yeah, like it's easier to explain it when we're off stream.
Yeah, too easy. Yeah, sounds good.
Not a problem, mate. Not a problem. But nonetheless, good to chat.
Too easy, bro. Yeah, Dad will be back soon.
No worries, mate. Yogesh, I'm sorry I didn't know E. That's all good. Learn. Yep, you learned. Imported through cab for it. Paul. Gold Sniper waste the money, bro. We pay. Yeah, it's way too much. Alright, so we're looking for potential gold buys. We want to see how this candle closes. We've got the hourly potentially popping up to, well, obviously the high. M30, obviously as well. We're gonna close the 30-minute candle here, so let's see if we have nice strong closure up within this zone itself, and then we could possibly look for some continuation buys. To be honest, I would be quite tempted to just place a little buy stop just off the back of what we're seeing of late. When price begins to break the high around this time of day, it tends to make a bit of a move. But I want it to close relatively strong. So if it pulls back and closes weak bullish, then I wouldn't consider it. If it closes preferably within this gray zone, then I will consider a buy stop above the high on the following candle. Just a small entry because it's an impulsive entry. It's not one of my strengths, but I do believe off the back of what I've seen of late that it could be, you know, make the move. It was an Aussie movie for a few seconds, Paul. Oh, the old man, yeah. I was sniped in a bit 4 tanks a week. Wow, definitely not worth it. Petrol LPG 351 Long Road Cleaver. 37 trillion crypto assets incoming. Gold Sniper. Can't wait for it to sink. Crypto. Still holding strong at the minute though. You know, I guess your buy is only similar to yours. Once it breaks out and above, then I will buy in retracement. Okay, fair enough. That's not a bad idea. Etho Pug G. Looking for buys, mate. Looking for buys. Dex shorts, we're looking for buys. So what is the high? What is the all-time high? Hear these puppies in the back. The little back porch beside my office here sound like kittens, so they don't stop. 37, 59, 28, so 37, 59, 48 could be a potential entry. Dorillo. I'm looking for a buy. Infinite good shot. This is gold. Yes, it is. Me? Which chat am I reading? YouTube. So I'm on both YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Let's see. Approaching 30 minutes until session open. Love for it to pop up a little bit higher. But we'll see how price action develops on the new M30 candle as well, guys. So we're closing, by the looks of it, quite strong here. We are approaching the high. We have exhausted. We have triggered in sellers on the 15-minute time frame here. So it's not like we're coming straight from these lows without triggering in any sell pressure. Now, again, it's not a strength of mine, the impulse breakout trades. My rule would normally suggest it has to close in above the 50% of this gray zone to suggest we do have the momentum to the upside to, if it does in fact break, to continue. But once again, from what I've seen of late, when we do break out into the all-time high, it tends to make the move without really pulling back. So did it yesterday around this time of day as well. Wanted to close just a little bit stronger though. Don't want to pull back here. It's good day to you, mate. Welcome. It's not going to close where I want to close. Alright, the only way I will consider it now, if this pops straight up, it's not doing it. Alright, have to wait, guys. Yeah, I have to wait. Yes, I am live on YouTube as well, those of you on TikTok, so might be in your best interest at some point to jump across. It's the exact same name, profile name. You get the full screen. Also, just in case I do go missing on TikTok, because they're more strict with their rules and that. I've been banned before. Zasmeen. Bank here again. How do I contact you about a chat about strat? Because I have some ideas. You need to just send me a DM. That's probably the best way. Or email. Both of those obviously you can do by just clicking on my profile page. Thank you to my Thai friend for sharing a live. Appreciate it. Fortunately, I can't read Thai. I can speak a fair bit of it, but I just can't read it. H. Harrison, will this be a good buy or sell? I'm only interested in buying it. Big, strong uptrend. The only time I will have a decent catalyst to sell is once we've flipped structure on at least the 15-minute time frame. And at this point, that won't happen until we've actually begun to close, pop below, close below the current daily candles low. So I'm all about the buys on gold. Hey Harrison, all good. Gabe, do you think it's going to get past that resistance? Look, no one knows at the minute. I do believe it's going to continue and create a new all-time high. Where it does it now or during this session or today remains to be seen. So what I do is I react to what I see. I have my plan. My plan at this stage is to wait for either pullback, to look for a buy from lower down, or buys above the high. See what presents, if anything presents first. Because we still could just be doing this in between. And then there's nothing I can do about that. See, all-time high, yep. Continues to keep on keeping on. And as does silver. Silver has been absolutely on a tear as well. Also been now listed as a critical mineral in the US, silver. So I think that will only fuel the move to the upside when it comes to silver. It's not just a metal, industrial metal. It's also it's a monetary metal as well. So to me, silver is the actual better value of the two when it comes to potential return, gold or silver. If you ask my son, he will say gold every single day of the week. He's only 10 years old. He loves gold. DSTV, my broker's bearish already. What do you mean on this candle? Yeah, it lags. Plus, there's a bit of latency in the stream. It's ultra low, so it should be only about 3 seconds. Risk for profit goal will be 1.4k by the end of the year at this rate. 4.1, sorry, not 1.4. Yeah, I think that's a good chance. I think it's a very good chance. Son of Dawn looks like a downtrend M5. Not to me, no. The way I look at things is a little bit different here. This is lowest closure of the impulse to the downside. So we can use a horizontal here. That was previously, well, this was previously the lowest closure. We had a swing here and we've closed below this low here to confirm a lower low. We've not closed below this lowest point just here. So that is the swing. So that's on a closure at this point. We'll flip structure. We created a new high. So as long as we remain above the same support here I've got marked in, we're technically bullish in a 5-minute time frame. But what you're probably suggesting is that we've created a high, lower high, potentially a lower low. A lot of people would determine that to be a flipper structure. I don't. I see it as insignificant in the actual term of the overall overall scheme of things when it comes to structure. But to me, it's still very bullish, even on the 5-minute. I don't see any goals. But that's just me. Doesn't mean you can't sell it. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm not interested in selling it though. Marius. Now we wait to see how the 30-minute candle goes. Not necessarily the 30. First of all, got the 15 closure. And then the 30 will also tie in with the 1 hour closure. And then London Open. So we'll see where we're at. Son of Dawn, when will I enter them? When I have my right confirmation to do so. Can't just enter because you think it's going up or down. Risk profit USD seems to be heading down till January. Makes gold more valuable in return. At least that's my input. Yeah, I mean for the most part yes, because it is trading against US dollar. DXY, yeah, a lot of economists are predicting it's going to continue to drop. I do believe gold will continue bullish, and I agree. Been saying it for years. Gold's the best things you can be buying into, and silver. So Donna, I'm just started and got only $10 USD. What do you think you should do now? I think you should learn to trade a strategy. First of all, give it a go, practice it. Probably better off not even trading that $10. Just keeping it, saving some more capital. In the meantime, practice your edge. Practice what resonates with you, whether it be price action, whether it be day trading, swing trading, scalping, micro scalping, whatever it is. Practice something properly, give it a few good months, gather as much data as you possibly can, and then once you have got a decent set of data to suggest that perhaps what you've done may work, by that time you might have a little bit more money to invest, or not invest, to put into an account to trade. So take your time with it. You're not going to get much in return for $10, mate. There's no point. Yeah, Gabe, it's true. I agree. Don't even bother wasting your time. Speaking of, don't bother wasting your time. GJ, forget about it.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Heavy Metal Bulldogs, welcome to you, mate. Mr. Profit, I'm gonna head out, getting ready for MI session. Good luck with trades today, brother. To you too, my friend. All the best. Trade safe. And just be careful, MI has a lot of news to come, so I'll catch you next time, mate. All right, so gold, we're still below the resistance here, and we're starting, looks like we're exhausting once again. That perhaps running out of momentum for the time being, but we'll see what happens because we are approaching London Open in just over 18 minutes from now. See what presents. John, can you tell us the name of the indicators? Yeah, sure. So this one is Asian Range Nico. So those of you on YouTube should be able to see it. I don't think you can on TikTok, where I'm actually pointing. And that's just the Asian range. But I set it up to literally the Tokyo currency exchange open until EU open. Technically, Asian session is still open. But that's what I want to know, like what's played out between those hours. Because what I often see is come Euro session open, price at some point will and into London. Either a lot of time break either high or low, pull back to retest it, and then either continue or pull back within. Not always, but it's not a bad little bit of confluence to use in order to look to take a trade. This one here is just the daily candle printing, so I don't need to keep flicking to the daily, so I can see if we are actually bullish, how strong are we, whereas the high to low, for instance. So it's just just a good little thing to have there, again, just to see. And that is the PO3 1D20 small. It's PO3. Just type in power 3. I think it actually is. HTF power of 3. Thank you to the new subs as well. So I'll type it into the chat for you. FX Aliyah, goodbye to you. Once again, I don't understand why people come on someone else's stream trying to flog their own service. That's just enormous disrespect. I would never ever do it. I wouldn't waste my time. The Barney, we're waiting for London session to sell. Who said I'm looking for a sell, mate? I'm not interested in selling it. Hazardous bonks. What time does London season. London session open, I think you mean, in about 15 minutes from now. What time frame? Hazardous bonks, M15 predominantly. Dilip, sell. Madam Stace, do you trade NAS too? No, I don't, but I do look at it for my members during MY. But personally, I don't trade it. Marky B, good afternoon to you. No, not in a minute. I'm looking for gold buys, but I don't have the right confirmation just yet. So we'll see for London Open if we do have anything presenting. Gabe, it's the HTF Power 3. So it's just the daily candle printing. There's nothing special. It doesn't tell me right with buying it because this is green or anything like that. That's what a lot of people probably think. It's just literally the daily candle. That's the daily candle. That's how it looks. So I don't have to keep flicking. John, all good, mate. No problem. Ferenz, go up. I entered at 37.41. I'm still holding. Nice one. Just make sure that you don't give it all back. Okay, all good. Till it was a good time to sell it now. No, not for me. You want to sell? Up to you, but I'm not interested in selling it. Amount of times people come to stream and say, can we sell it now? And I've said, just chill. In a big strong uptrend, and what do you know? It eventually makes the move up and continues bullish. It is so bullish. It's a lot more probable to be trading with the trend and structure when it's in such a strong uptrend than trying to counter trend trade it. I know people think that it's a lot of people, everyone almost will be thinking it's overbought, it's got to sell off. Yeah, it's going to make pullbacks, but nothing of significance just yet. I mean, all pullbacks have been minor. Grab some more liquidity and it ends up pumping it. So I'm not convinced until we have a bit of structure and a high time frame start to form back bearish, and we're well off that. I mean, wow, 4-hour interruption plays. That will be interesting, that one. Yeah, we don't have anything really to me to suggest that we're ready to make any significant sort of pullback. Gabe, too risky to sell by my opinion. Yeah, I mean, whenever you're taking a trade, you've got risk on the table. But I would prefer to buy it, but I just don't have the right confirmation. If I do get the right confirmation, I'd be happy to buy it. IV Crush. Well, technically I trade gold, so technically it's not Forex, but it's against USD. Equities, I don't like the fact that there's gaps all the time for the market closes and that. I don't like trading equities. Commodities, I mean, same thing for the most part. A lot of them have big gaps. Yeah, I just prefer trading. You always trade gold, trading the metal, commodity itself. Baby Cat Dog buy. Yes, I am looking for an opportunity to buy it, perhaps at London Open. Ferenz Karab, how do I prevent that? I don't want to put a stop loss that will be lying out just for the market to continue buying. Well, mate, you don't want to put a stop loss, it's good luck. Because you can't be greedy. No matter how big or small a position you have. You're in a good trade at the minute. Don't give it all back. Trail your stop maybe. Trail it to this swing point. You're going to be 100 pips in profit if it takes you out that point there. Last thing you want is it, because it can reject. It isn't a big strong uptrend, but what if it does come back down and then we close daily bearish and then we start to make a deeper pullback and you got no stop loss? Next thing you know, you wake up, margin call, your account's gone. You're being greedy, mate. Just being honest. Have a plan. Have a plan as to when you're going to secure profit. Have a plan as to how you're going to manage it. Have a stop loss. Never know what could happen. Trump could tweet some shit right now and gold shits the bed and you're gone. It's just reckless not having a stop loss, in my opinion.
Indeed, he will speak in 7 hours, Justin.
Trump, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got the Fed speaking later as well, so plus PMI before it. Don't know, it's just reckless, isn't it? IV crush, it is, but gold is also a commodity, isn't it? So I choose to trade because I like trading it. That's why. I don't like trading equities. I've looked at it. I don't like the gaps in that. I can't stand it. So do what you like to do. That's what I suggest to anyone. Bless Xeno 8 AM buys, maybe, but needs to close stronger. Maybe cat dog gold is up 41% last 9 months. Yeah, silver, I think 44%. Long Fong, buy or sell. Yeah, I'm looking for a buy. I don't have the right confirmation though. Julian Wood, got to be taking some profit. Yeah, for sure I'd be taking profits if I was in that position. You're already 130, 40 pips almost in profit. Okay, do you think all time high reach 3800 breaks out? Yeah, look, it's a chance. Not gonna say no. Where it goes, I mean, no one knows, but there is a good chance. Maybe cap dog crazy, don't think so. How much it went in 2008 to 2012? Yeah, crazy, but to me, no, it's not. I think gold is, it's like they say, gold's money. It's real money. Tangible. You can obviously physically hold it, own it. It's no matter where you go around the world, it's value. People want it. So to me, it was just a matter of time for it to continue. It's still, I think, undervalued. But I think, once again, I believe silver is even more undervalued than gold. I believe silver is the better play of the two. But they're both, in my opinion, very good, solid. You know, gotta be careful what words I say, just in case get a ban on TikTok. But good for the future is what I'll say. Paper gold ETF. Yeah, I see. I trade it, but I do own physical. And I feel in any person's portfolio moving forward, I think it's wise. Because all the paper stuff, at any point, it can be taken away. They can switch off your accounts, they can block your accounts, they can do all that sort of stuff. If you own it, there's not much I can do about it, especially if you have possession of it. I have mine stored with my actual bullion dealer, but I can go and request physical possession of it. Any point I can go and see it whenever I want. I have been there. The last thing you want to do is really hide it under your bed, don't you? It's not the safest place to have it. It's good to have a little bit though around, just to appreciate it. Smarte Max, what time zone? The minute UTC +7 in, so it's Bangkok, Thailand time, but I'm not actually in Bangkok. I'm in the northeast of Thailand. What are you feeling? It's going up or down? Like GB, I'm very bullish. Dave, which Forex do you be trading? None. Just XAUUSD. Used to trade GJ. Don't like it anymore. Just consolidates for the most part. Who knows? Maybe in the future I'll pick up on another pair again. But at the minute, just gold. And it works for me. Just over 4 minutes, guys. Baby Cat Dog, I think after Trump will give his office like last time, will be in the biggest respect world seen. Who knows? Ends, you stop loss 37. Well, there you go. At least you've moved into profit. There's nothing you can do. I mean, if it takes you out, it takes you out. But at least you're in profit. Don't be greedy. I personally have my stop loss here. And that will give you a 100 pip result even if it takes you out. It just depends. What's your target? What is it? A swing trade, a long-term trade? If that's the case, then it's a different story. I'm a scalper. I look for just small movements. I would definitely I would have probably secured the bag, to be honest. Goats, good day to you, mate. Welcome. TikTok, thank you to the new followers. So we've got just over 3 minutes now remaining until London Open. We are still below resistance here, so a little bit different to yesterday. Yesterday, this time of day, we were trending. At the minute, we're sort of struggling here. So the hourly also is closing weak at the minute, weak bullish. M30 potentially bearish. 30 doesn't look all that bad. But I still would prefer it above the high. Baby Cat Dog, JP Morgan predicted 3,700 by end of the year and went up in a few weeks. Yeah. I think, like I mentioned, Goldman Sachs are predicting 4,600. I'm not sure if I don't think it's this year though. I'm predicting 10k. Not saying this year, not saying next year. I'm saying in the future, maybe by the end of this decade, possibly. I think silver will be well and truly into the triple figures as well. Plus there'll be pullbacks. I mean, if you look at what I would consider a substantial pullback on gold, remember we're talking about gold here, not crypto, is maybe something like 10%. So that would give you a $375 40 odd cent pullback. So that means you're still going to be up well over 3k. You're going to be around that 3.3k roughly, just over that. Still very, very bullish in my personal opinion, if that on the high time frame picture, if that was to be the case. As I mentioned yesterday, the cryptos are prone to big pullbacks when it comes to bear market. We're talking 80% is the average bear market on the crypto. I think it's starting to perhaps mature though. I don't know if it's going to do the same anymore. I think some of the shit coins will definitely die off. Not sure if Bitcoin's going to ever drop 80% again. Don't know if we're going to see wild swings on the crypto as much moving forward. Seeing it is now being more widely adopted, I feel. Yeah, I'm not too into the crypto, so probably not the best one to pass judgment, but that's my personal opinion. Baby Cat Dog, yes, but gold is a mirror. The higher it go, the more expensive everything gold go up. 40%. Yep. Dean, good day to you. I'm currently struggling to meet my consistency rules and my prop account. Need to make 2,174 to meet. Just gotta be strict with it though, mate. You can't, you know, for the, I mean, I don't know. I don't trade prop firms. You have to roll the dice. I don't know how it works. All right, so we're closing well below here, London open, guys. So there is definitely no impulse buy at the minute. I need to wait for price action at the open, see how we are moving. Offs in longs, nice one. Baby cat dog, things go 20-30% up in price. It's not good for economy. No, that's true. That's true. Because obviously the value of currencies devalue. So yeah, that is a good point. If likes of gold and silver go up, oil is likely going to go up as well. All that's going to do is make cost of living and goods and services go up, you know, in tangent. So, which will mean more people demand a pay rise as well, which, you know, puts more pressure on the economy, on businesses. And all in all, it's true. It's not the best thing. It's good for those who do, you know, obviously have a fair portion of it. I have a lot more silver than gold. That's for sure. Life with the Castros, should I buy? Nah, for me it's not a buy just at the minute. Son of Dawn, can you tell us when to enter? If I get the entry, yes, I always do, but there is nothing at the minute. I'm only interested in buying it, and we're pulling back. So maybe cat dog. If house price was 1 million, now it's 1.7. If gold price will go down, goods will cost less. Yeah, I get ya, but I don't see it dropping that much, to be honest. King DS Gunner, we're looking very bullish, but currently just pulling back a bit. For ends, I want to see what happens at London Open. Okay, fair enough. When's the first lot of news? So we've got Euro news, French PMI in about 12 minutes, 13 minutes from now. Gold price will go down, goods will cost less as well. Yeah, still, I don't think it's going to happen. It's not going to. It will make pullbacks, but I don't think it's ever going back to, you know, your 1k, maybe not even 2k, to be honest. Baby cat dog, from the time Trump took office, dollar went down like crazy. Of course, stocks, gold went up, but yeah, see, I think stocks are, I'm staying well away. They are so overinflated. Doesn't mean they can't continue to push, but I don't feel there's value there. And the thing is, they're more prone to, you know, a big pullback in a bear market. Yes, gold will be impacted for sure, and silver. But they're safer investments. As I mentioned before, if you own it, if you have physical gold and silver, it's yours. Any time they can switch off your accounts when it comes to, you know, your equities, your bank accounts. I mean, it's happening around the world. It's happened here. A lot of people have had their bank accounts frozen by mistake as well, but they've still got issues. They're cracking down on mule accounts apparently. It's happening in Oz. People have been locked out of their accounts. So anything digital, anything on a ledger, anything on the internet can be at any point switched off. I don't trust it. I always say physical, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, whatever it is. Even copper would be decent, but I don't personally invest in it. To my Thai friend. Took it all? Not sure what you mean. Yeah, and I can't read Thai. I'm looking at the translation. It says I took it all. Baby cat dog? Yeah, it is. Definitely is. Why I don't hold it at home. Obviously I have a little bit, but I'm talking about like nothing substantial. I wear gold chain. It's solid gold as well, but that's it. Don't have much else when it comes to. I've got a few silver coins about, but most of that's stored away as well. KMG 386, what can we do now? And what you like? For me, I'm waiting. I don't have any signal to enter the market. Yeah, I'm not stressed. I don't give a shit if I can't take a trade right now, because again, I know from experience this is the right thing for me to do. Follow my plan. Wait for it to be present and then break the rules. So the rules will, you know, depend on how price approaches and where we're at. And just sticking to that, because there's much higher probability I'll be on the back of a win. That's the bigger case, 80% chance. Whereas if I get restless and, you know, feel a need to trade and be asked, and just right, I'm just going to buy it now. And there's a good chance I'm going to get wrecked because I've not waited for my plan to present. Overcut dog, I think land is the best way to fight inflation. Yeah, I personally believe gold is gold and silver, but lands, yeah, fair enough. But I believe that is well overpriced. To be honest, the price of land is coming down as well, especially in Oz. It's still very overvalued though. But that's fair enough. You can't go too wrong with that. Especially if you renting it out or putting it to, you know, to the store to make some money for you. Son of Dawn, what is the plan now? Time to look up. I'm waiting for price to come back down to support. You've seen we are pulling back. So I'm waiting for a support. I'm waiting for support to form. Maybe hot dog now making consolidation potentially. I mean, this is the London session. It has been doing so for the past 3 months. We'll see. Charles still pushing down, still pushing up. To be honest, it's, I don't know what you see in all this that suggests it's pushing down. Yes, we're currently making a little bit of a pullback in the 15-minute time frame, the minor time frame here. Still overall in a big strong uptrend. All right, guys, just give me a minute. I'll be back. EOGU Kama. Son of Dawn, no idea what that means, to be honest. Okay, yeah. Baby cat dog gold will reject now. It can go up. If not, we will have consolidation. If support will hold. Yeah, it's a bit of a pullback, but obviously it's popping back up at the minute, so we'll see. I think that would have. We should be at over 11k followers now on TikTok. Pretty good in a short period of time. Maybe not. Very close to it, if not. Baby cat dog, basically what is do now, it looks expensive, yes, like it was 3300, but because price consolidated, 3300 looked a fair price. Or consolidated for ages on the higher time frame or breaking out, and like I mentioned, what this is liquidity being built up into the markets, and what often is followed is another impulse. And I mentioned all throughout, whilst we're in an uptrend, I would predict there's a higher chance of it breaking to the upside. And that's exactly what it's done. So consolidate a little bit here, and it's breaking out again. That's how the markets move. So until on the high time frame picture here, we're looking at the daily. Till we actually flip the structure, and that won't be until below 36.40 roughly. I just really include this whole level. Maybe pull back, create lower high, and then lower low. That's when we're going to start to maybe see more of a pullback. Deeper correction. But we're so far off that happening at the minute, and the momentum is definitely still to the upside. So see, 15 minutes into London Open, we're back pretty much near the open. For ends, push back up again. Yeah. EU consolidating. EU, that's a chart from yesterday.
But if you look on the M50, because there was right now the news coming out on EU.
Oh yeah.
There was bad news for French.
Yeah.
So I had a gap that my broker here.
Oh, okay. Still not really at a tradable level though.
No, as I mentioned for GU, I'm waiting closing above or closing below.
Yeah.
So in between, there's nothing for me.
Yeah, not in the moment. It's just a mess. EU is a little bit cleaner, but not great. Baby cat dog, MFI, no idea what it is, and all good. I'm happy doing what I do. Money flow index. Yeah, again, not interested. All I focus on is what I do because it works for me. So King TS Gunner, what brokerage? I'll type in the chat, but I am actually probably going to be working with a different broker soon. This is the one I'm currently using. But again, I might be working with another broker soon. And it could be definitely a benefit to you guys because it could give you access to the VIP, well, without needing to pay a monthly subscription. So just keep an eye on the space potentially. Yeah, and thank you to the new followers, guys. If you've not already done so, make sure to do so on TikTok, and also have thought about switching over to the YouTube stream at some point, or at least subscribing just in case I do go missing on TikTok. It's the exact same profile name on YouTube. I'm currently streaming live on YouTube, and you get the full screen, you get all the numbers, everything. If everyone follow up, Little Man's in chat. Appreciate it, mate. Lorenz, it will be interesting if it breaks 3760 at London. It is already London Open. Been London Open for 20 minutes now. Your TP 37, can't be 3751, mate. We're already above that. You said you're in a buy, so I have to know you are the real deal. Most consistent trader I've seen. Thank you, mate. I try to stick as much as I can to my plan and be strict with it. And I know, again, not the most exciting trader in the world. You know, there are just as many streams where I don't take traders as I do take trade. But again, I'm just trying to prove that you need to be disciplined and have disciplined patience in this game if you want to be in it for the long run. By doing that, I've got myself a very good strike rate. Got myself a really good account going at the minute. I started on a very small amount, this particular one. For certain reasons, I need to withdraw for, again, home repairs. There's always home repairs here. But again, it's all just because I have the discipline and patience to to do things the right way, that worked for me. Where ends 37.75. Fair, yeah, okay, fair enough. That's not a bad target, to be honest. There is nothing to the upside, but the quarter numbers, it's a psychological number. I don't feel that's a bad level to target. Jesse, yeah, it's not sure if the link. Hold on, let me make sure the link is the right link, because they become they expire after a certain period of time. So the community, I'll make sure to see, I don't understand, because you put never expire, but they still expire. So this is the free community. I'll chuck it into the chat for you now. Yeah, not much goes on in there. Again, I do encourage people to, well, they're more welcome seeing charts analysis, and I will happily take a look at it, but no one tends to do so. It's all happens in the VIP. Enough, Mel. Should I answer short? No, I'm not. Just because it looks like it's going down, it's in a big strong uptrend. Life at the end of the day, it's not about exciting, it's about being boring and making money. Yep. Trading's not meant to be exhilarating. If you want that type of feeling, you need to go to a casino or place a bet on a horse or something. Son of Dawn, no one's business. It's enough, again, it's still enough to see some decent return, but it's just not what I was trading, you know, maybe a month ago. But you still see good returns, and you can still see some significant losses. Baby cat dog, you want gold to return 3700 for me to buy now? It's too expensive. Okay, fair enough. That's your plan. That's Bell Kami. Short. No, I'm not interested in selling gold. Hans, what makes you think I'm in a sell right now? What gives you that idea? Did you say something about sell? Didn't hear correctly? Nah, no, not interested in selling it. I've mentioned a million times already. Massive strong uptrend. The only time I'll consider selling it is once the daily candle, if we begin to break our own low on the daily, at that point you're going to be flipping structure in the 15-minute time frame here. At that point you got a decent catalyst to start looking for maybe a sell. As long as we remain above the 37.36, I'm only interested in buying it. It's in a massive strong uptrend. Again, there is a much higher probability of a winning trade if you trade in line with the structure and the trend, which is very, very bullish. But apologies if you misunderstood or didn't hear correctly. Baby cat dog, wait for Russian exercises to finish next to Baltic Sea. Then you can short, sell gold long term. Yeah, who knows. And do trades. Fantastic, happy for you. And a Samel, because last two candles got rejected and has long leg. Hans, all good. Some and us Mel. Yeah, I'm looking for a buy, but I don't have any confirmation. We're below resistance here. Nala, when looking at the RSI, what time frame should you be looking at? I don't look at the RSI. Just depends on what your execution time frame is. For me, generally speaking, it's 15-minute, but I don't use RSI. I don't use indicators to give me a signal. This indicator, again, is just the Asian session range, just so I know where we are within it, because often I see price kind of draw to the high and low like a magnet. And this is the daily candle printing, just so I don't have to keep flicking to daily. But for me, yeah, they have their spot in, you know, in trading, EMAs, RSIs and all that, but just not with me, not with my style of trading. It's irrelevant because it's a lagging indicator. I'd rather just use the candles. They provide my signals. Because look, for the most part, gold, if you're looking at the higher time frame, it would be well oversold, I'm sure. Overbought, sorry, overbought for the most part. And so many people have been trying to short it off the back of that and been getting absolutely wrecked trying to do so. So yeah, for me, it's all about price action. $0.22 bias. Don't know, mate. What do you reckon? Does that look bullish or bearish to you? Very bullish. Baby cat dog gold went up only because of two reasons. One is fear of inflation, next tension between NATO and Russia. Yeah, I don't believe just two reasons. It's a store of value. It's real money. Not paper money. Paper money. Yeah, you are correct that in regards to inflation can be printed into existence. It's just IOUs. It's bullshit. Paper money. Andrew trades so cool. Dogen. Yeah, there's a lot more to why gold is bullish. Not just that. But yeah, I agree. Or can you change to ETH? I can't afford gold. ETH's more expensive than gold. What are you talking about? Buy, yeah, interested, but not the current level. So I'm doing. You can leave an open trade for 24 weeks if you want. You can leave it open trade for as long as you want to believe it. The only thing is you're gonna have to pay swap fees in that if you, especially if you're buying it, you're gonna have to pay swap fees overnight. So it's entirely up to you. It's just what, you know, so many ways you can skin a cat. For me, the best way is scalping. I like to be in and out of my trades quickly. I like to have it over and done with quickly. I like to go to bed at night not having to worry about a trade that's, you know, playing out. Not having to worry about the overnight news from New York session, the most volatile news events. So I choose to scalp. Very rarely do I leave position open. If I do, it has to be well in profit, and my stop loss is well in profit. Maybe cat dog markets like WWE Raw. Just don't understand. Yeah, and I couldn't care less as long as I can do my thing. I couldn't give a shit, to be honest. I think people worry too much about all that. Hans, love scalping? Yeah, I much prefer scalping. Maybe cat dog institutions? Yeah, I know. The big players obviously dictate where things go. Farouk, again, ETH is more expensive than gold, so I'm not sure why you keep saying, can I change it to ETH? can't afford gold. It's just a shit session again. Nothing's happening. Pretty much where we started the stream. Makes for an exciting stream, doesn't it? Baby cat dog think silver has more potential than gold. I've mentioned that for so long now. There's more upside. The silver is cheap. That is another reason as to why I think there's more potential upside, because people can still, majority of people can afford an ounce of silver. And it's not at its all-time high, not against the US dollar. It is against most of the other majors, but not the US dollar. It's close to it. It's approaching it very fast. Yeah, but I believe as well, it's a lot more affordable. It's a lot of use case. Nearly everything that we use has silver in it. It's used also in weapons, in weaponry. A lot of the made, well, China, Russia, India. Adam, go ahead, mate. Go ahead. I might be joining you soon. Gotta wait 11 and a bit minutes. Baby cat dog? No idea. I've never been there. You mean third world country? So what, you go anywhere around the world and you see some parts of whatever country, you think it's probably a third world country. Even some shitty areas of Australia, you look at it thinking, where the hell am I, to be honest? Obviously people think Thailand is, it's not. It's definitely not a third world country. It's an industrialized country, so I think it's in between, but it's, to be honest, more developed than Australia. Bangkok is way ahead of Australia. It's unbelievable how far ahead of Australia it is. In regards to technology, in regards to infrastructure, in regards to transport and all that. Yes, the traffic is chaotic, it's terrible. But their BTS, SkyTrain, shits all over any public transport we have in Melbourne, that's for sure. They've got Skywalks, shits all over anything we've got in Melbourne, that's for sure. The internet is way faster than anything we've got in Australia. They're just way ahead. But we in the West like to think we're ahead of everyone. It's crock of shit. People live here. There's a much better life here. There's a lot more going on. And not so precious with everything. You can sell food on the street and you don't get sick from it. Everyone thinks it's disgusting. It's not. They cook it fresh. Never ever get sick from it. At home, everything has to be registered. Everything has to be absolutely perfect. It's got to cost you, because the grubby government have got to get their hands on everything. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg just to start anything. How's the corner? Do you think there is going to be a pullback in silver, or do you think it's going to... look, there will be pullbacks. I don't think it's going to be anything major until it breaks. So I do believe it's probably going to break out higher and create a new all-time high before making any significant pullback. And then it may retest the previous all-time high. So you're looking at maybe $60, $70, and it might, you know, drop 20% or something back to the previous all-time high around that $50 mark. But if you're talking about $20, $30, which, you know, I was starting to buy up around the $20 US mark, I can't see it happening anytime soon. Doesn't mean it can't. Obviously I'm no expert, but I don't. Yeah, I think there's a high probability of it not pulling back that far. Still believe it's good value right now. And to be honest, unlike the crypto, when I, saw things, for instance, XRP around 60 cents, remembering it was 20 cents and thinking it's overvalued, don't want to buy it now, and seeing it now at $2.90 roughly, I don't make the same mistake as silver. Even though it's way higher than when I first started buying it, I still buy it. Because I have conviction that it's going to continue much, much higher. Maybe cat dog, no idea. John, I hope you don't mean out. Nah. No, just parts of Melbourne, to be honest. When's do retail traders move the market? Start off 55, I'm currently at 78. Hardly. We're the little, what I call the feeder fish, the cleaner fish, the nurse fish. We float around the sharks and the whales, picking at parasites, looking for any little scraps we can get. So we hardly move the markets, mate. As the corner, I agree, the gov doesn't want you to succeed, or they want you to, yeah, 100%. They just want their grubby hands on everything. They are pricks. Absolute pricks. They should encourage people to, if they want to make extra money, they should encourage it and not even tax it. That's my opinion. You pay enough tax as it is. Why should they get their grubby hands on everything? Because they don't want people to get ahead. It's what control. It's all about control. They come out with new taxes and they exempt themselves. How is that not rotting the system? How is that not a joke? They privatize everything and then sell it off to companies they own partial equity in. How is that not rotting the system? I swear to God, if I saw that piece of shit on the street when I'm back in Albanese, oof. I'd be happy to go to jail because there'll be so many people that worship me for knocking the crap out of the bloke. Honestly, not that he'd be able to get within distance because obviously he'd be surrounded by security guards. Just the way he speaks, he puts on this really deep Aussie accent. He sounds like such a bogan. He's such a wanker. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up the Australian Prime Minister. He'll make you laugh the way he speaks. Mike B, spinning facts. Appreciate it, mate. Yeah, it's just it's frustrating, isn't it? It is. It's the same all the Western countries. We're all felt the same shit. When I'm looking for enter trade, well, gold, I want it either above the high or back at the support. It's not happening at the minute. Just keep popping up, rejecting. We're just consolidating, so there is no momentum. Marky B, UK, Oz, Europe, all puppy, yep, 100%. All the same shit. All the same shit. But at least we're starting to fight back in Oz. Never ever in the past have I seen people protest like that. I'm not talking about the ones trying to free a country that they're millions of... okay, not millions, but miles away from. has nothing to do with our country. I'm talking about Australians waving the Australian flag, falling for the head of Albert Sleazy. Guy with cheats said gold will go to 37.55. It's key zone. It was yesterday morning, he said. Don't wear Bob Cato if you want to laugh. They're all crockett shit, aren't they? House Corner, the problem is we the people don't speak up. We complain to each other but don't do anything in the end of that. Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. We're starting to do it back in Oz, they're starting to do it. But nothing will be said. Nothing will happen either way. Oh, what about Benny? Oh, mate, what a flop she is. She, honestly, that lady should be in prison. She should be in prison. How she is in politics, how she is in her particular position is, I cannot work it out. She is an absolute flog. Her and Albert Sleazy should both be in jail together. Imagine that. Imagine what they'd produce. I know she bats the other team. But still, just imagine the two of them, if they came together, country would be screwed. Baby Neezy. Penny Neezy. Oh, Australia's gone, isn't it? Friends, my trade philosophy for the week is stay buying as long as the daily candle is buying. That's not a bad idea. In Namibia, 1 USD is equal to 18 Namibian dollars. Fair enough, mate. Yeah, well, the trend is bullish, so I think that's a solid idea. Stay in line with the trend. Son of Dawn, turning point for what? It's just consolidating. There is nothing, guys. It's just consolidation. We're literally pretty much at where we started the stream, so there is nothing I can do about it. On that note, I'm going to get going. I've got a few things to do before I go pick up my little man from school, so thank you for joining. Nothing, unfortunately, there's nothing presenting today, so just consolidating throughout the whole session, but we'll be back tomorrow. So once again, I do appreciate all the support on stream. And if you'd like to know anything more, just say g'day. Feel free to send me a message and I'll always reply. Franco, I might catch you later if you're about for pre-NY and
Maybe.
my members. No worries, mate. We'll chat to you later. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye, man.
See you, mate. And to everyone else, take care. Trade safe. High impact news to come again moving forward. Don't do anything stupid, and until tomorrow, thank you, my friends. Have a good one, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Cheers, team. Bye, guys.